Mr. Trunnell, Mate of the Ship Pirate, by T. Jenkins Hains. Recording by Lawrence Skinner. Chapter 1. By some means, needless to record here, I found myself, not so many years ago, on the beach at Melbourne in Australia. To be on the beach is not an uncommon occurrence for a sailor in any part of the world, but since the question is suggested, I will say that I was not a very dissipated young fellow of 25, for up to that time I had never even tasted rum in any form, although I had followed the sea for 7 years. I had held a mate's berth, and as I did not care to ship before the mast on the first vessel bound out, I had remained ashore until a threatening landlord made it necessary for me to become less particular as to occupation. It was a time when mates were plenty and men were few, so I made the rounds of the shipping houses with little hope of getting a chance to show my papers. These, together with an old quadrant, a nautical almanac, a thick pea coat, and a pipe, were all I possessed of this world's goods, and I carried the quadrant with me in case I should not succeed in signing on. I could spout it, if need be, at some broker's, and thus raise a few dollars. As I made my way along the waterfront, I noticed a fine clipper ship of nearly 2,000 tons lying at a wharf. She was in the hands of a few riggers who were sending aloft her canvas, which, being of a snowy whiteness, proclaimed her nationality even before I could see her hull. On reaching the wharf where she lay, I stopped and noticed that she was loaded deep, for her long black sides were under to within 4 feet of her main deck in the waist. Her high bulwarks shut off my view of her deck, but from the sounds that came down from there, I could tell that she was getting in the last of her cargo. I walked to her stern and read her name in gilt letters, Pirate of Philadelphia. Then I remembered her. She was a Yankee ship of evil reputation, and although I wanted to get back to my home in New York, I turned away thankful that I was not homeward bound in that craft. She had come into port a month before, and had reported 3 men missing from her papers. There were no witnesses, but the sight of the rest of the crew told the story of the disappearance of their shipmates, and the skipper had been clapped into jail. I had heard of the ruffian's sinister record before, and inwardly hoped he would get his deserts for his brutality, although I knew there was little chance for it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?